did feel like there was a little wind in my face too. So, and it turned out pretty well. So
great shot.
I'll go try to make that putt.
So that's a few different instances we've played for you out here at Sylvania Country Club. Give you an idea of some of the things you might run into here in the rough or out behind a tree with some low-lying branches. You never know what you might run into, and thanks to Claire's expertise, you might play it a little bit better next time you encounter it. Time for a break, but coming up next on Fore, leave it to me to do something wrong. Details on what rule I broke and the penalty for doing so. Plus, Claire breaks down the swing of a viewer in our video swing analysis segment. That and more from Sylvania Country Club still to come on Fore.
Hey Ken, take a look at the markers where you have the ball teed up.
Huh, a little bit in front, huh?
Yeah, I think you're a little bit ahead of that. So we want to make sure
I need the extra
when you
help,
teed
Claire.
up, you want to make sure you pay attention to both markers, because it's easy to kind of, you know, look at this, tee it
True,
up, and not realize where the back marker is. And then just remember what the rule is: anywhere in between the markers, not ahead. And you can take 2 club lengths back, so you can go backwards 2 club lengths, just not forward. So I know you want that little extra yardage, but we're going to keep you between the markers, okay?
What's the penalty for something like that?
If you tee up behind or ahead of it, it's a 2-stroke penalty, and you have to replay your tee shot. So it's pretty costly.
Yeah.
So you make sure we're paying attention to where you're teeing it up.
2-stroke penalty, move it back, tee again, hit it in the water. It's just a bad hole.
It adds up quick, doesn't it?
It sure does.
So play inside the tee markers.
Will do.
We're going to take a look at some video our viewers have sent in of their golf swings. We're going to take a look and see if there's any errors that the golfer is doing, and then I'm going to give you some suggestions of drills that you may do to improve your swing if you have these same errors. Our first swing is from Ron. And Ron, right now your setup looks great. You have your driver, looks like the ball position is good. We're going to go ahead and just run through your swing really slow here. And as you swing back, what we're going to see is the weight kind of stays over to your left side. So we're going to have a for here. So we have a lot of weight on your left leg. And then as you come through, what we're going to see is that your weight has to shift back over to your right side, so you back off, moving away from the ball instead of into the ball, which can cause some probably weak right shots. Your left arm's breaking down a little bit. You see the left hand on top a little bit long there. So that's going to cause the ball mainly to go a little bit to the right. So if you struggle with that slice, that is the reason. But what I'd really like for you, weight shift. So what we're going to do is go through some drills to help you get the weight more leg as opposed to the left leg at the top. Okay, Tommy, so what we're going to do, we're going to talk about your posture a little bit and explain why we're having some errors where the ball's going to the right on you so much. And at your setup, what we saw in your video, that your rear was tucked, and what happens when you swing down, you really don't have enough room for the club to come through correctly and hit it solid every time. So if I go ahead and set this way and I hit, I'm going to fall away from the golf ball, hit some low and off the toe shot. So what we're going to try to do is get you to bend more at your hip joint so the rear goes out, much more athletic position. You will feel much more bent with your torso. So you're going to feel a little top heavy, but once we get you in that posture, now you can swing that club on a little bit better path where you can go ahead and get that club to hit the sweet spot a lot more often. So I really want you to work on your posture, get your rear out, much more athletic, get out of this tucking position. If you would like to have your swing analyzed, please go to bcsn.tv and download your video of your swing, and I'll help you out.
Coming up after the break, Claire has her tip of the week to get you ready for a great summer of golf, and we'll visit a local club where you can play every day of the year, rain, snow, or shine. That and more next on Fore. Here we are in early June and the weather's finally cooperating, Claire. It was a long, wet spring. People may just be getting out for the first time, and you've got some tips for us to kind of get you